Welcome, guys.
Hi.
How are you guys feeling?
Feeling
Really good.
Good, yeah, excited.
Thank you for coming. You guys excited to perform later?
Oh yeah. Got some funky stuff lined up.
Like?
Yeah. Things people haven't seen before.
Yes. Keep it secret for now.
We can't be spoiling like that.
Something doesn't have to be spoiled is that you guys made a music video for You're the One recently. Congrats on that.
Thank you. You did your research.
I did. How was the process like making a music video?
Well, we went to a park and we spent the whole day there with all these really wonderful people, and we performed the You're the One over and over again. And then we ran around the park and they did their magic.
Was there like an idea beforehand? Did someone come up with the idea?
Yes, actually Katie did, right? Kate?
Yes, Katie is the one who really, I had a conversation with her about how I had kind of, for our artwork, for the single, had this kind of, this like soap candle thing, and it's shaped like a moon and a sun together. This is really hard to visualize without like the photo. That's the best I can give you right now. Also, that's the best I can give you right now. But essentially, the premise of a lot of the marketing and like the visuals for when the single released, it was this candle that kind of would mystically pop up in the trees and the bush, like you'd just be walking and it'd be there, and it's like, how'd that get there? So there was like alluding to kind of like just a supernatural element of it. And then when I kind of explained that to Katie, she really like created, you know, like her own vision and story with that in mind. And so I just really appreciate her reaching out to us and like just having it be such a great experience. We performed at it was a park, Griffith Park. Yeah, and it was just a lot of laughs, a lot of fun. We did performance shots first, and then we just had some like kind of cinematic shots afterwards. It was my first time doing a music video, so I was like, it was fun.
And I had a really good sandwich.
Oh, period.
A shop.
Can we expect more music videos in the future?
I sure hope so. I already have ideas and stuff, so I sure hope so.
Everyone's like so supportive of one another, which is like great to see in a community like this. I'm sure you guys seen it multiple times throughout the time as you guys keep participating in these type of festivals.
Mm-hmm.
It's been really exciting, just like kind of over the past, I think we've been gigging for like a year and a half at this point. And it's just surreal how like, you know, people always say, Mike. Thank you. You know, people always say like, oh, LA is where you gotta be to make music happen. There's nothing out here in the boonies. And it's like, you know, it's like it's kind of unbelievable, even just in the short amount of time that we've been doing kind of live performances together, just how many people, it's, you know, these sort of events have brought, you know, people together.
Now, I hear that you guys are in the process of making an album right now. What stages are you guys in? When can we expect it to be released?
That probably should have happened a long time ago, the whole album coming out, but we really took our time. We've got a couple songs that are in the works, and hopefully one comes out soon in the next couple months for sure, and then we'll start rolling them out slowly after that, and then boom, you got an album. So hopefully, I don't know, by the end of the year, hopefully.
I know same. By the end. I would say like we spent the first like, year of working on writing the music. Oh my god. The first year of us knowing each other, we were really just like in the studio just writing together and just practicing all of those writings, and we just never, I mean, at least for me, I feel like we just kind of like fell into each other's lives, and I mean, it's been a long time coming for this album to drop, is what I'm saying. That's mainly what I'm saying.
Yeah, we were working on other stuff.
Yeah, lots and lots of other things.
You guys said that do you guys collaborate when it comes to making music, like writing it? Or how does that process go? Because you just mentioned it, that you guys at the start were writing all together. How was that like? How is that going now?
It's a very interesting process. We can start with Jared, yeah.
Yeah.
It all starts from this guy. Comes out from this guy's brain.
Yeah, he's the mastermind.
Yeah.
I guess usually I'll come up with an idea, and then I'll try to flesh it out as much as I can, and then if I feel like it's going good, I'll record it, and then I'll send the guys demos, and then we'll be like, oh, how you guys like this so far? What do you guys want to add or change about it? And then once we actually meet up for practice, then we'll go ahead and work on it, and then it becomes a song.
Well, yeah, I mean, most of it kind of occurs pretty remotely. He'll the first time he sent me our first song, Algae, he's just you play drums, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, well, here are 2 songs you should try put in drums. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll just sit down, and usually I'll think about it too for the drums, just sit there and just figure his idea and his vision of what he wants the song to be, and then I'll just start experimenting a lot of stuff, different genres, whether it's a punk rock feel or a ballad feel or something like that. And then at that same time, Nate's also getting some stuff done, and he's working with Anthony at the same time, until we meet together when we start having this big mesh of a project and trying to mold it into what we want, we're all pretty much a part of this songwriting process,
Yeah, I feel once Jared gets us started, it's very organic. Everything kind of just comes together. We all hear it, we all have our own ideas, and then we kind of come together and figure out how we're going to make this thing work, where we want to put certain parts, and we make our own parts, right? And then, after we're all kind of warming up with the song, jamming with it a little bit, all of a sudden we have a song. And then, it's still got to get fleshed out a little bit, but it's pretty much done,
I also like to add that the songs are usually never done. Even now, we still add and change things to our songs, and it can change the way that we feel. I mean, sometimes we'll be jamming and a song will be completely different. I guess we'll just play that, stuff like that. So I feel the creative writing process for our songs just never ends, So
It's good.
I have one more thing to say about this. The work, I'm the vocalist, so I'm just there. But the work I've seen them come together and do, it is very organic. There was one time we were trying to finish a song and we wrote a whole new song, or they did. So, because we couldn't really come up with exactly what we wanted the first song to sound like, so it just turned into a whole new song. And that kind of explains how that goes.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great clip of our kind of dynamic together. And I think that we're just lucky to have found each other, because I feel the music just kind of falls out of us. I don't know what's wrong. I feel that's how you put it. Oh. What? Yeah. But I don't know. Anyways, so I was just saying, Jared kind of gives us the foundation, and then we all just kind of build on top of that with our parts, and yeah, it's great. So it falls right out of us. It's the truth.
Could you actually elaborate a bit more of that one time you mentioned that you guys just came up with a brand new song while you guys were jamming out?
I think we were supposed to be working on Word Vomit, one of our songs, which was called Sirens. And there was just a couple parts that we couldn't decide where we wanted them or if we wanted them, and there was a lot of parts of Jared. We just could not figure out where we wanted all of Jared's ideas to go or fall, and so then I don't even know what happened, how we ended up with a new song.
I think the funniest thing about that is it's kind of we had a song with so many different parts, and then maybe there's kind of a half and half. Some songs had this more moody thing, and the other one was more upbeat, and we wanted to mash it together, but we were hey, for this moody part, what if we made a new intro? and then we're like, okay, that sounds good. And then we try to play the more energetic thing, and it's like, okay, the energetic thing though, we need something before. Let's make a pre-chorus. And then that pre-chorus ends up going with the happy stuff and then the moody stuff. And then that's kind of how we got 2 songs,
Yeah, I think it was like, it just happened without us even knowing it was turning into a new song. We were just kind of like, wait, this is completely different than what we had in mind. So I think at that point, I think me and Jared kind of like cut it. We're like, yeah, this will just be a different song and just continue like writing what we currently had,
I think the funniest part is we specifically were in the studio like, today we are going to finish Word Vomit, and then we finished a completely new song from scratch. It was just like, bro, how did we do this?
I remember being like, okay, so when are we gonna finish Word Vomit? Because I love that song. That's one of my favorite songs. Yeah, I'm glad we were able to figure that one out.
Now, you guys were one of the bands that came out of Gears from UCR. How do you feel that the studio shut down recently?
I don't know if all of you guys know that.
I didn't know that.
know that.
Live reaction.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Wait, what?
Yeah. So I saw the Instagram post about it. This was like, I think this was like a month ago, and so it was just an issue with like the rental or something like that. Like they just, I think somebody new bought the property, and then just like that's what ended up happening. Everybody got kicked out of that building, I think. That's what I know. Maybe the rumors aren't rumors. Maybe I shouldn't even be spreading this, but that's what I heard, and it's still no.
We'll cut this out.
But like, it made me, obviously I was pretty, to me it kind of felt like a pang, just because like that is where, it's not just like where we like came to practice together or came to record together. That's like how we all met. Like we all met through the UCR Ears student group, and that studio was like the hub for like our relationship, and everything we kind of like built from there. So I'm just extremely grateful for the time that we were able to spend there, and just be together and create together as musicians. And I hope that the students at UCR find they're able to get a new hub soon to do the same thing.
That's one thing I wanted to touch on, is that the arts are so important. And when you take away a spot like that, when a spot like that goes away, where you can go in there and there's just equipment on equipment on equipment for you to work with and create with, that's where the magic happens. That's how the magic happens. And students don't have like resources or a bunch of money to go and work with a bunch of professionals. That was where they were creating, and that sucks that that's not a thing anymore. And I hope that they're able to find a new one.
Is there any like advice you can give out to the local bands who are trying to grow, especially from UCR now they don't have that resource?
Don't give up, and if you're in a band and it feels like it's not working out, join a new band.
I think just communicate, be authentic, and I think that's the main thing I want to say. I think that's been one of our strongest, one of the things that's really kept us together as a band is like we constantly, I think, keep in touch with each other and communicate our differing ideas for the music, and listen with an open heart, and just really try to collaborate and work together. I think also like try to clarify with your band like expectations and the dynamic, so that you guys are all working together as a team. I would say that's like pretty, I think that's my advice.
Don't ever sweep your feelings under the rug also.
I think it's also just important to have fun and kind of do it because you love it, it's always good. Like, it'd be nice to hit it big, do gigs every have that be your living. But I think it's okay if that's not, your living too. Like, especially now, we all graduated, or we're not at UCR anymore. So we're all coming from different areas, and sometimes it's a little hard to deal with the commute. Like Jared is from San Diego. That's a long drive, man. But he's making it out because we love to do it, right? Or I guess he can speak on that. I don't want to speak for him.
Actually, Lodea.
I'll say like, yeah, definitely. Like I love doing this. I love it. Like all these guys, like the music that we make, like I don't know, it just makes you really happy, So I would say just like really get involved with your community as well, and just know like what's available to you, and also just like participate. You want to also give support back to the people that support you.
Mars.
Well, we thank you for your time. The last thing is the floor is all yours. If you guys want to tell something to your fans to look forward to or anything like that.
I'd say things are coming soon. Definitely expect some more new music soon. And also, along with that, there's going to be like just big projects coming along as well. So stay tuned.
Yes. So you can go to lodeamusic.com, and that is where we show all of our latest. Go ahead.
And you can make your own Nessa.
Yes, at the bottom of the website, you can make your own little Loch Ness monster, and you can theme it. Give it a party hat, make it purple, whatever is really in your heart. But in addition to that, maybe less important, it shows all of the upcoming shows. It shows all of the upcoming shows that we have, and all of the music that's being released, music videos, important stuff. Same thing for our Instagram at LODEA music. So yeah, that's where you can find us, and that's where you can keep up to date with our stuff, and also watch silly reels that we make sometimes.
All you queer and trans artists out there, you cannot be erased also. You can't. You're real, you exist. I love you. Thank you for all the love.
Thank you very much for your time, guys. Good luck tonight, and see you guys soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This was so fun.
Sorry I talk so much, guys.
No, because me too. Like I just wanna. Every single